Tallahassee is growing, and there are a lot of new construction neighborhoods that have popped up over the past few years. If you're wondering what we are building and where we're building them, you've come to the right place. Today's video identifies and examines the top 10 active new construction subdivisions in Tallahassee and includes an evaluation of the homes for sizes, values, and prices in each neighborhood. The 10 neighborhoods in our report have produced 61% of all new homes sold in 2022. Whether you're in the market to buy a new home or just curious about what our builders have been up to, follow along as I count down the 10 most active new construction neighborhoods in Tallahassee. If you are interested in seeing the new homes for sale in Tallahassee, I've included a link below to all MLS listings of new construction homes in Leon County, Florida. Though today's report examines new construction in the Tallahassee real estate market, I can tell you you'll be able to translate what you see into actionable information for most local markets. The issues with home builders, speed to market, and supply chain disruption are common everywhere. Montejo comes in as the 10th most active new construction neighborhood in Tallahassee, with 11 new homes sold thus far in 2022. You can find Montejo by heading south on Woodville Highway from 4 Points and turning left on Bel Air Road, about halfway between 4 Points and Capitol Circle Southeast. Construction for this ill-timed community began in 2007, just as the housing bubble was ready to burst. The pace of building slowed, and home prices fell until 2018. Currently, the average new home price in Montejo thus far in 2022 is $257,000, an increase of more than 30% compared to the average last year. The cost of building new homes is soaring due to supply chain disruptions, wage inflation, and overall inflation in the U.S. The average price per square foot of new homes in Montejo has risen a whopping 43% over last year's cost and now sits at $182 per square foot. The cost increase in Montejo is near 4 times the average increase reported for the other 9 neighborhoods in this report. As construction costs have risen, we've seen the average size of homes being built in Montejo fall to keep prices somewhat lower. The average size of the homes built in Montejo in 2022 is 9% smaller than those built last year. The Hammock at Oak Grove is the 9th most active new construction neighborhood in Tallahassee, with 15 new homes sold thus far in 2022. You can find the Hammock at Oak Grove by heading north on North Meridian Road, taking a right on Bannerman Road, and then a quick right on Oak Grove Road. The Hammock at Oak Grove is a small, new neighborhood with just under 40 single-family detached homes in its first phase of construction, with home sales that began in early 2022. The Hammock at Oak Grove is the only neighborhood in today's report with no home sales before this year. As such, we'll not see any changes in what has been built this year. The average price of the new home sold in the Hammock at Oak Grove this year is $569,000. The average value of the new home sold in the Hammock at Oak Grove this year is $245 per square foot, the highest price per square foot for new homes in all 10 neighborhoods included in this report, which is about 24% higher than the average value of the others collectively. The average size of the homes sold in the Hammock at Oak Grove this year is 2,341 square feet, the largest average size of the 10 neighborhoods in our report. This represents a 20% upgrade in size over the average home in the other 9 communities. I hope you're enjoying learning about the top 10 new construction neighborhoods in Tallahassee. If you're not a subscriber, please click the thumbs up like button and subscribe now so that you get all my new content when it is fresh. If you really want to know what's going on in housing, to see and hear the data explained, to evaluate the facts, and ignore the hype that is so prevalent online, then subscribe now and I'll keep you in the know. The Retreat at Mahan is the 8th most active new construction neighborhood in Tallahassee, with 21 new homes sold thus far in 2022. You can find the Retreat at Mahan by heading east on Mahan Drive, turning right on Highland Drive, and then left on Old Retreat Way. The average new home price in the Retreat at Mahan has risen 17% thus far in 2022 and currently sits at $464,000. The average cost of the new home sold in the Retreat at Mahan in 2022 is $214 per square foot, up more than 10% from last year. The average home size built in the Retreat at Mahan continues to swell. The average new home size has grown nearly 6% in 2022 to 2,174 square feet. Chastain Manor is the 7th most active new construction neighborhood in Tallahassee, with 23 new homes sold thus far in 2022. You can find Chastain Manor adjacent to Killearn Lakes Plantation, just northeast of the intersection of Bannerman Road and Bull Headley Road. The first homes in Chastain Manor debuted in 2016 at an average price of $274,000. Flash forward 6 years and the average home price has risen 68% to $459,000, an increase of nearly 17% over last year alone. The average cost of a new home in Chastain Manor in 2022 is $197 per square foot, up more than 11% over last year. The average new home size in Chastain Manor has swelled about 24% since the first homes were sold 6 years ago. In 2022, the average size of the new construction homes sold in Chastain Manor is 2,356 square feet, an increase of more than 4% over last year. Rivers Landing is the 6th most active new construction neighborhood in Tallahassee, with 23 new homes sold thus far in 2022. You can find Rivers Landing by heading out North Monroe Street and then south on Capitol Circle Northwest. Turn left on Tower Road and then left into Rivers Landing. The average new home price in Rivers Landing has risen more than 15% over the average recorded in 2021. Currently, the average new home price in Rivers Landing is $261,000. The average new home cost is up 11% over last year to $160 per square foot. This is the least expensive neighborhood featured in today's report, as costs here are 22% lower than the average of the other 9 neighborhoods. The average new home size in Rivers Landing is about 3% larger than last year's average and nearly 36% larger than those sold in 2009. As we'll see from every neighborhood in this report, new home sizes expanded when interest rates bottomed. Summerfield is the 5th most active new construction neighborhood in Tallahassee, with 25 new homes sold thus far in 2022. You can find Summerfield by heading out North Monroe Street across from Lake Jackson. The average new home price in Summerfield has risen nearly 14% over last year's average and is now just short of $350,000. The average cost of a new home in Summerfield only rose 3.4% in 2022 when compared to the average cost in 2021 and has reached $172 per square foot. While values only rose a little, the builder delivered the largest homes of any year, up nearly 11% from 2021 to 2,042 square feet. Southwood is the 4th most active new construction neighborhood in Tallahassee, with 25 new homes sold thus far in 2022. You can find Southwood by heading south on Capitol Circle Southeast and turning left on South Blairstone Road. Southwood has been one of Tallahassee's top new construction neighborhoods since 2001, but new home sales are declining as most lots now have a home. New home prices in Southwood are nearly 23% higher than last year and have reached $516,000. The average new home value in Southwood has reached $218 per square foot, up more than 10% over last year's average. The average new home size in Southwood shot up nearly 11% higher in 2022 to 2,369 square feet. Canopy is the 3rd most active new construction neighborhood in Tallahassee, with 29 new homes sold thus far in 2022. You can find Canopy at the intersection of Wilani Boulevard and Fleischman Road in northeast Tallahassee. The average new home price in Canopy has soared 80% higher in 2022. However, much of this expected change is due to the completion of the inclusionary housing built over the past few years, where the new homes were much smaller than the neighborhood average. The average new home in Canopy saw costs rise more than 18% in 2022, which is remarkably high as home sizes grew significantly, and generally speaking, larger homes sell for a lower price per square foot than smaller homes when all else is equal. The average new home size in Canopy grew by more than 54% in 2022 to 2,164 square feet. Tower Gates is the 2nd most active new construction neighborhood in Tallahassee, with 30 new homes sold thus far in 2022. You can find Tower Gates by heading out North Monroe Street and turning south on Capitol Circle Northwest. You'll take a right on Tower Road and then left into Tower Gates community. The average new home price in Tower Gates has risen nearly 15% in 2022 to $273,000. The average new home cost in Tower Gates is up nearly 15% higher this year and has reached $179 per square foot. Unlike all the other neighborhoods, the average new home size in Tower Gates did not change this year. Camellia Oaks is the most active new construction neighborhood in Tallahassee, with 50 new homes sold thus far in 2022. You can find Camellia Oaks by heading away from town on US 90 East, less than 2 miles east of Capitol Circle Northeast. As Tallahassee's first age-restricted community, Camellia Oaks is a new, exciting opportunity for, shall we say, experienced Tallahasseans. The average new home price in Camellia Oaks is 13% higher than last year's average and has reached $437,000. The average value of the new homes sold in Camellia Oaks in 2022 has risen more than 10% when compared to last year and has reached $240 per square foot. The average new home size in Camellia Oaks grew nearly 3% in 2022 to 1,827 square feet. Well, I hope you enjoyed this whirlwind tour of the top 10 new construction neighborhoods in Tallahassee. We found that there is a nice assortment of new construction homes in Tallahassee, and they cover a good range of prices and sizes. We also found that the cost of building a home has increased greatly in the past few years. If you're planning on buying a new home now or in the near future, remember to hire an experienced and active buyer's agent so that you have somebody negotiating on your behalf with the home builder. If you want to see a video that explains why you should use a buyer's agent when purchasing a new construction home, you can view it by clicking on the box in the top left corner of your screen. To see a video featuring 10 mistakes buyers make when getting a loan, just click on the box below it. Please remember to like this video, check out the links below it, and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss anything.